my loves, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please go ahead and do so. And do not forget to press that notification bell so you can get weekly updates on all of my delicious recipes. Don't forget to like and definitely don't forget to share. Let everybody know that Jackie's cooking. So today, my loves, we are going to make some delicious crispy chicken and shrimp stir fry. Yes, indeed. I told y'all, if y'all heard me in the beginning, that I love Asian food. So these are the ingredients. We have some shrimp that has already been peeled and deveined because Jackie ain't doing all that other work. No. Then we have some stir fry. We have some chicken thighs. Okay, but if you don't like chicken thighs, you can use chicken breasts. Okay, whatever tickles your fancy. Okay, and the ingredients are listed in the description box below. We have some cornstarch. Gonna need plenty of that. We have some red pepper flakes. Garlic. Of course, I love garlic. We have an egg. A medium-sized onion. We have some sesame oil, onion powder, some delicious black pepper, seasoning salt, some chicken bouillon flavor, honey. This is going to be so good. I can't wait to show you guys. Some soy sauce, dark soy sauce. And you're going to need some light soy sauce, okay? We have some dried cilantro. If you don't like cilantro, you can leave it out. You could use parsley, okay? And we have some rice. And we have oil and all that beautiful stuff. So, okay, my loves, we are going to clean our chicken. I forgot to let y'all know y'all gonna need some vinegar, but clean your chicken because I told y'all, and if you ever heard me before, if you do not clean your meats, what will happen? People will talk about you and they will throw massive shade. Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen. So make sure you clean all your meats. Don't just take it out of the pack and throw it on the stove and throw it in the oven. Because I'll talk about you. All right, so now we are going to clean our chicken. I'm going to take the skin off because we're going to make crispy chicken. And this crispy chicken is going to be fried twice. Okay, and I'm going to show you how to do that. Okay, and that's where the cornstarch comes in. So right now, I'm just taking some vinegar. I didn't have no lemon, but that's okay. But I got my vinegar. Okay, so I'm taking off any of that excess fat and got my vinegar. All right, so that's clean. And now what we're doing, I'm just taking it off the bone. If you have chicken thighs that are boneless, more power to you. I didn't. So I'm just taking it off the bone and cut them into bite-sized pieces. Okay, and another thing, don't throw the bones away. Just take the bones, put them in a Ziploc bag, and freeze them. Because what you could do with the bones, you could make chicken broth, chicken stock. Okay. So right now we're just cutting our chicken thighs. And again, if you do not want to use chicken thighs, you could use chicken breasts. Okay. But I like the thighs because they're juicier. But you know what? No, better yet, no. Stick to the chicken thighs. I think the chicken thighs are better. But then again, I can't tell you what to do. If whatever you want to do. All right. So we are cutting our chicken. Cutting into bite-sized pieces. Again, you know, we have our pieces here all cut up. I mentioned in a video when I first started this channel how much I love Asian cuisine. I really do. I love it, you know. So now we got our chicken cut up. You're going to take the one egg white Okay, you're going to see what I'm going to do. All right, it's not hard. Don't be intimidated. We're going to take an egg white. Okay, if you want, you could throw the egg yolk away or put it somewhere and eat it later. I don't know. Whatever tickles your fancy. But all we need now is the egg white. Okay, I'm just going to add a little bit of seasoning salt. Not a lot. And a little bit of chicken bouillon flavor. Just a little bit. Okay, we're adding some black pepper. Okay, and that's some onion powder. And what we're going to do, we're going to mix this, okay, with a spoon, okay, and the egg white is going to act as a binder. Okay, it's going to act as a binder because what we're going to do is we're going to take cornstarch. If you don't have cornstarch, you could use potato starch. Okay, and we're going to use the cornstarch and we're going to massage the cornstarch into the chicken. So it's going to create like a paste. Okay, but I just want you to watch. You're going to see what I'm going to do. You might see me doing a little extra here because I'm doing a double, well, not a double recipe, a recipe and a half, but I'm going to give you the proper measurements in the description box below. Okay? Okay, so make sure your hands are clean. Check up under the nails, you know. Okay, you're going to start massaging it. Okay, it's like imagine like you're kneading bread, if any of y'all ever kneaded bread. Okay, and you're going to massage that in until it turns out to be like that. Okay? And that is definitely going to adhere to the chicken. Okay? And we're going to fry this bad boy up in some oil. Okay? And I'm going to show you how we're going to fry it. Now we're going to set that to the side. Now we got our shrimp. We are going to clean our shrimp. Okay? You could just rinse that under some water. Even though it's been peeled, even though it's been deveined, I'm still going to clean it. It's okay. It's okay to rinse and clean your food, y'all. Really. Okay? Now we got that. And I'm just going to lightly season it. Okay? With some seasoning salt and some black pepper. Just a little bit. Mind you, you don't need a lot of that because, again, when we use the soy sauce has salt anyway. So that's why I'm balancing it out like that. Okay, we're just seasoning it like that, massaging the seasoning in there. And then what we're going to do now is that we're going to set that to the side, put that in the refrigerator until you're ready to use it. All right, so in our pot, we're going to put some oil. Okay, putting enough oil in there so we could fry our chicken chunks. Okay, so now we're adding our pieces. Mind you, this is sticky and some pieces are going to be stuck together. So on medium-high heat, what you want to do is take the chicken separate because some of them are going to stick. And you're going to cook this for the first time, I would say about 3 to 4 minutes. Okay? Actually, I would say like about 3 minutes on each side. Okay? And it depends on how thick it is. So let's say between 3 and 5 minutes, okay, to be safe. Okay, and we're doing that on medium-high heat. Or just balance your dial, you know. It's not too high. It's closer to the medium, so it's like on a nice medium-high heat, okay? And what we're doing, what's happening now is that the cornstarch is going to get crispy on the outside. Okay, the cornstarch is going to get crispy on the outside. So you're probably wondering, well, okay, what do you mean we got to fry this twice? I'll explain that to you later on when we cross that bridge. And if you feel you could put more chicken chunks in there, go ahead. Okay? I felt that I could. The oil was hot enough. So I was able to do that. Okay? And now, you know, we're going to flip some of them over. And as you can see, it got nice and crispy on that side. Okay? And once it's finished frying on the other side, we're going to take it out. Okay? That looks so good. The cornstarch is what makes it nice and crispy. You also could use potato starch too. But, you know, I couldn't find no potato starch. Okay, so now we are taking our chicken out and we are going to put it in a bowl and set those beauties to the side. And I think I have another batch to fry. And I'm using canola oil, whatever oil you have. Well, don't fry it in olive oil, but, you know, use vegetable oil, what have you. Now we're going to put those to the side. Now we are going to cut up some onion. Okay, this is our delicious medium-sized red onion. You could use whatever onion you want. White onion, red onions, Vidalia, okay? Whatever tickles your fancy. And it's like I'm quartering them, and then I'm quartering the ones that are quartered. And now we are going to get our garlic. Okay, this is I love garlic. Oh my God, I love garlic. Love it, love it. And what I'm doing, I'm just smashing it. For those that don't have a pestle and a mortar, you could use the edge of a knife and you know, just to release the oils by crushing it. Okay, and then I'm going to, like, you know, use my knife just to chop it up a little bit more. Okay, so now guys, what I'm going to do, our oil is hot again, and what we're going to do, we are going to refry it for the second time. Now you're probably asking, why are we frying this for the second time? Okay, so the science behind it is when you first fry any kind of meat, and like some kind of a coating like that, there's moisture in it. So once it starts to cool down, the moisture that's within the meat will come to the surface. So then it won't be as crispy, right? So once you fry it again after it rested, the coating and the moisture will be boiled off by the oil, and that will make it, give it that crispy texture, because you cooked away a lot of the water that was near the surface. But that doesn't mean you're going to have dry meat. That's the science. I've heard about it. You could do your own research. Okay? I always tell people, do your own research as well. Okay? And if you know, a lot of Asian cuisines do that double frying method. Okay, so now we're going to take our pan, and I am going to add a little bit, about a tablespoon of oil. Okay, and I'm going to add a little bit of sesame oil. Okay, and I just need that sesame nutty flavor, because now I want to add my shrimp to that oil. So I want the shrimp to absorb some of that sesame nutty flavor. Now, with this shrimp, my loves, let me tell y'all something. You're not going to overcook this. Only cook the shrimp on each side for like 15-20 seconds. Okay? I'm going to tell you why. Because on each side, okay? Because you don't want to overcook the shrimp, because we got to put the shrimp back into the pot later on when we're putting the whole stir fry together. So by doing it like that, cooking it on each side for like 15 seconds, 20 seconds, you're not overcooking the shrimp once you got to put it back in the pot again. I hope I make sense. Okay? Because, if you overcook shrimp, it can get a little, well, not that makes a difference to me, but people, it gets rubbery and, what have you. Okay? Okay, so I'm cooking. I'm going to finish the rest of the batch of that shrimp. Now we are going to work on the remainder of our delicious stir fry. So I'm adding a little bit more oil to the pot. If you have a wok, more power to you, okay? So now we're adding some sesame oil again, because we want that sesame flavor. If you're allergic to sesame, don't use it, okay? Now we're sauteing our onions. I'm going to add our garlic. Now, the magic begins with the aroma permeating through your house. Once that garlic hits that oil, oh baby. I had a wok, but, I guess through years of using it, it got worn out. So I definitely got to get myself a wok. So if you have a wok, that's even, the food is going to taste just as good regardless. But, I just like the feel of a wok. I am really tussling with that onion. I guess I was trying to separate it, but I was really determined to separate that onion. Okay, and now, my loves, we're gonna add our stir fry. I got that from Walmart, or was it ShopRite? Anyway, either or. Get yourself a bag of stir fry. I love stir fries. I just love them. I really do. And now we're adding that to our pan. Okay, and this has carrots, it has broccoli, it has water chestnuts, it has corn, it has snap peas. What am I think mushrooms, yes. Okay, and all of this is being done on a medium-high heat. Okay. Okay, now we're adding our dried cilantro. Again, if you don't like dried cilantro, use dried parsley. Okay, or fresh parsley. Okay. Just adding a little bit more onion powder. Again, cooking is about you. It's what I'm teaching is making these dishes your own, okay? Not totally taken away from the integrity of the dish, but you could do little tweaks here and there, to make it your own. Okay, so now we're going to make our sauce, okay? So I am going to use half of dark soy sauce and half of light soy sauce, okay? Soy sauce, especially dark soy sauce, this is one I usually get. It comes in this little bottle with this red top. It's like a pouring spout. That one is so salty. So I know with soy sauce, I like to usually use half and half. Light soy sauce and dark soy sauce, okay? Just to control the salt. But again, if that doesn't bother you, you want to use all pure 100% dark soy sauce, okay, So now we're adding some honey. I sound so theatrical sometimes. The honey, so much. Anyway, guys, we're mixing that together. Okay, and again, I had to taste it to make sure. Some of y'all may not want it to be too much on the sweet side, so I want it to be a little bit more on the sweet side. Okay, but it's also up to you. If you want to pull back on some of that honey, you can as well. Okay, now we are going to make our slurry. This is our thickener. Okay, and I'm just using some cornstarch, and we're going to add some water to it, and this is going to thicken our sauce. Now, what I want to let y'all know is that when you add this thickener, you can add, don't add a little bit at a time, okay? Use half of it, and if you want it a little thicker, you know what I'm saying? So, I wanted the sauce really nice and thick, but if you want it a little bit more looser, then hold back, add it a little bit at a time, okay, until you reach your desired thickness, okay? So I added a little bit more sesame oil. And my loves, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and do so. And don't forget to press that notification bell so you can get weekly updates on all of my recipes. Don't forget to let all your friends and family know. Don't forget to share that Jackie's cooking. All right, so now we're adding our sauce. Okay, but you see, I added the whole thing. Okay, but some of y'all may want it a little bit looser. So just add it a little bit at a time until it reaches your desired consistency. Okay, and this will thicken on you really quick. And we are going to have this chicken and shrimp stir fry with some delicious jasmine rice, and I'm going to show you how to cook that. So we have now added our shrimp, and now we are adding our crispy chicken pieces. This will not get soggy because, again, that's why we did the double frying. Okay, and now we're coating our chicken pieces and our shrimp with that sauce. Okay, again, if you want your sauce a little bit looser, by all means, don't dump all of the slurry in at one time. Add it at your leisure until it reaches your desired consistency. Okay, but you want the sauce with some kind of body to it, so it won't be like water. You see what I'm saying? Okay, and basically I just tossed that together for a few minutes, like about 2-3 minutes. And the vegetables were nice and crisp and stuff. Everything was nice and crisp. Okay, so now we are going to make our jasmine rice. I love jasmine rice. So as you can see, I have some oil in the pot and I have some cloves of garlic in there. Okay, you don't want to burn your garlic. You just want to brown it so it could release the oils in, so the garlic could release its flavor into the oil. If you don't like garlic like that in your rice, then listen, leave it out. Okay? But I like a little bit of garlicky. If you don't have, yes, you can use garlic powder. Because sometimes if I don't have cloves of garlic, I'll use garlic powder. All I do is just take the pot, add some water, add a little bit of salt, garlic powder, and let the water boil, and boom, throw in my rice, okay? So now we're just adding in our water. Now, my loves, with every rice is not the same. Some rices need more water. You know, sometimes you can't always go by the 2-1 ratio with rice. Sometimes, because some rice may need more water to cook and some rice may not need as much water, because that's the way it is. You know, some rices need more, some don't. Okay, you're gonna add some salt, which I added to the water along with the oil and your garlic, and you're gonna let that boil. Okay, so with jasmine rice, except of using 2 cups, I'm giving you an example. For 1 cup of rice, well, this is 2 cups of rice. Okay, except of using 3 cups of water, I cut it down to 2.5 cups of water. You see what I'm saying? Because jasmine rice is one of those rices that don't need a lot of water to cook. I like my rice. I don't like mushy rice. I like my rice nice and grainy. Cooked now, not crunchy, grainy. Let's make that clear. Okay, so now, my loves, of course, I gotta wash my rice. That's number 1 priority. Washing your rice. Why do we wash our rice? People will say, well, you're taking away all the nutrients. No, you're washing your rice because rice can be dirty. It can, because sometimes you can have little bugs in your rice. And I don't know if you noticed that if you ever had rice stay somewhere for a long time, it starts developing these little worm-like maggot-looking things. And sometimes you could find rocks in rice. So clean your rice. I do it for at least 2 to 3 times. Rinse it under cold water until it's not as cloudy. Okay, and it'll remove a lot of the excess starch. But a lot of people, I already could hear y'all. But you're getting rid of all the nutrients. Listen, again, I'm showing you how to eat, but eat clean. And what I mean, eat clean, clean your food. Okay? Clean your food. But if you know you don't like to clean your food like that, because you never, hey, but I'm just showing you. Okay, so now we're taking our rice and we're adding it on to our pot. Oh, and I forgot to let you, the water now is boiling on high heat. Okay, and I'm gonna show you. You got the water boiling on high heat. Okay. And I'm going to show you as when is the proper time to start decreasing your heat under the rice. Just giving it a little stir. Don't overdo it with the stirring. Just a little bit. Just to get everything together. Okay? And we're going to let that boil on high heat until we get to this point right here. Okay, and now we're putting it down to medium heat. There's still a little bit of water. You can see these little potholes. I call them little potholes. Okay, I call them little potholes because there's still water there, you could see. So you could see these little holes start to develop as now it's on low heat. And when the water completely disappears from the top, that's when you're going to put it on low heat. Okay? And once you put it on low heat, you're going to turn your rice. Okay? Really about 1 or 2 turns. You don't want to, overdo it with the stirring. Okay? And then you're going to cover your rice. Okay, even better if you I ain't gonna tell y'all to do that. Just cover your rice with the top of the lid, okay? And what you're gonna do, you're gonna walk away. Cover it, walk away, 15, 20 minutes. Well, for jasmine rice, I know it don't take that long, but let's say an average of 20 minutes, walk away, come back, boom. That's it. Your rice is done. Look at it, nice and flaky. Flaky. No, it's not flaky. Grainy. It's nice and grainy. Not crunchy. There's a difference between grainy rice and crunchy rice. I'm not teaching you how to make crunchy rice. That's rice that's just not cooked all the way through. My rice is cooked all the way through. You best believe it, baby. Okay, now this is our delicious stir fry. Yes, doesn't that look so good? Okay, so now I'm just going to do a little taste test with you, just to let you know. I'm just doing a little plate. I wasn't that hungry after I cooked it. I don't know if a lot of you go through that. Like, after you finish cooking, you're not hungry immediately. There are times, especially if I'm cooking lots and lots of food, I'm not hungry right away. But I just wanted to do this little taste test with you so you could see how it looks with the beautiful jasmine rice. Okay, so we put that rice, we have a little mound of rice, and we put our delicious stir fry on top of the rice. And as you can see, our crispy chicken, our shrimp, our vegetables. Look at that. That looks so good. And it is so good. Okay. Okay, that's some rice, of course, with the vegetables, which was absolutely delish. Absolutely delish, darling. Indeed. Okay, and now we're going to try our shrimp. Of course, it was so delicious because it absorbed the beautiful flavors of that sesame oil. And, there's nothing best when you can make your own Asian, Chinese food or whatever at home. And a piece of that crispy chicken, I'm going to cut into that bad boy. This was so good. So good. Look at that. Take that first bite. Absolutely delicious, my loves. Absolutely delicious. I was going, You know, I really enjoyed that little plate. Then later on, I walked away and came back for more. Okay, but I just want you all to try this recipe, and I definitely hope you like it. Okay, and please don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Let everybody know about Miss Jackie's cooking. Thank you guys. Bye.